bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all in nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah. Super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides like a chef.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Cleveland Browns. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a second down throw for Winston. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Winston. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. The give is to Elliott. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A give to Elliott. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Here's Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 3-19.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Second down, Mayfield. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mayfield now on second down. Caught left side by Hilton. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. This is McCaffrey on the give. Spins by. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Mayfield to throw it. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play down. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's got room. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. This is Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Hey, let's get a conversion.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Winston from the gun on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Leopard! Leopard! Over!
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And down inside the 15 he goes. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Aaron Ripkowski, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script, I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey. Four down. Hey, stop. Let's go. Sonic.
Second down, Winston. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Sonic.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. A dump off to Elliott. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Now Chris Jones on to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. A first update now out of Jacksonville. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Now let's go.
Mayfield on 1st down. And Gronkowski's got it. Complete over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Green 39.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Detroit.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Mayfield. Into double coverage. charge, and it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. They start on the ground with Elliott. Room here to run. Power running by Zeke. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I'm like, well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Tried to get it on the edge there, but there was no seal, nowhere to go, had to step out.
Yeah, sometimes the defense just wins those battles because ordinarily the guy setting the edge, offensive tackle, tight end, H-back, someone of that caliber, wasn't there on that play. Defense wins it in a big way. No gain at all for the offense.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, stop. Let's go. Green, Travis.
Back near his own goal line. Winston from left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. That's Njoku over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. On the counter, Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And some room to run now. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Here we go. Boom, landed.
Mayfield off the play fake. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Watch it now, Barney.
McCaffrey trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Here we go. 3-19.
To throw, Mayfield. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
3-19.
Mayfield looks to throw, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He may try and the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Baker Mayfield, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Winston. He hits Baldwin right side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. The Browns on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Winston. Throw left side complete. It's Cole. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. First target, first catch at a first down. Winston now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Even. Hey, sub. Let's go. Sonic.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw, Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw is Winston. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Jameis to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Here's Winston. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They get it to him running left. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Throwing, Winston. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
So the onside kick is recovered, and, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here.
Hey, sub.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey. We got three. 3 down. Green, trouble C.
On 3rd down, Winston. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
4 down. Check. Sonic. Hey, sub.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
4 down.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it